You read about the western continent, Java, where civilization flourished so long ago that ancestral Novans were still living in caves. No one knows what became of them. The population vanished without a trace, leaving only their enormous stone buildings, the distant past, and Yavani tribes to the east rode great beasts with spines and tentacles on their head. Instead of horses, the bones of these creatures are sometimes found in Lilla and Mead, and their tusks are valuable to crafters. Interesting. My lady, there is a letter for you. We sent it, just isn't signed. It appeared to be a poem describing you in a manner that is entirely inappropriate for a queen. I what? With the squid? Let's say she doesn't exactly have conversational stuff. Let's go with this terrible. Who writes this garbage? Just then, an incredibly unlucky breeze swirls between the windows of your tower bedroom, tugging the paper out of your hands and off into the sky. You stick your head out the window to discover the poem caught in a fluttering roof nearby. You can almost reach it. Just ignore it. The worst that can happen, it blows off and someone reads it and laughs at you. It's better than breaking your neck. Besides, if you're unlucky, the rain will wash the words away. Oh, sorry, if you're lucky, it will wash it away. Okay, so let's go remove depress, attend a service. You attend a service at Castle Grove, letting the peace of the ritual calm your heart. Okay. So it's slowly making her less angry, and she's a little less depressed, and she's still pretty well yielding. So I don't really need it to be super ultra yielding, but her history has gone up. I'm trying to make her cheerful so that she could do this stuff, but that's not really going anywhere. So, I could buff her lore and let her do world history, because that should cap at world history in a moment. So let's do world history and let's do lore. The kings and queens of Nova have all been lumens for centuries, but in modern times magic is only used for ceremonial occasions and the direct emergencies. Long, long ago, the continent of Borellis was ruled over by a single witch king until a rival line of lumens challenged for the crown. The resulting war went on for hundreds of years, powerful spells that damaged the land so badly that even now, no plants will grow. We read about the northern continent of Borellis, where the first lumens in history were recorded, and how the discovery of magic shaped the development. I think I've spent so much time in world history. The great to inform you that Fabian the Earl of Titan and Duke Regent of Elith have passed away. This isn't really a surprise, he was pretty old, the problem is the political implications. With the control of Elith in doubt, it falls on the crown to make the decisions. Young Lord Adair will not reach his 15th birthday for over 2 years. He requires a regent. His stepmother Aris, a Duchess of Lilith. Whoops, I clicked it, goddammit. This would however leave her in a personal control of 2 neighbouring duchies, which is generally forbidden. Okay, I don't have history. That's the entire eastern border. National affairs has failed. I don't know anything really bad about her though. The boy does have a living grandfather, the Earl of Ishar. We may appoint an unrelated noble to act in his stead. I don't know about her uncle. Leave her with Marissa. I don't want to do that. Grandfather, he might enjoy being his grandfather. But I wonder what would happen if I sent him to my uncle. What about your brother Ahmed? He would be a safe pair of hands to watch over Adir. As you wish. Pretty sure normally I'd send him to his grandfather. It's too lonely and cheerful. Walk in the fresh air to help forget the burdens on your shoulders. I want her to come out of being yielding soon. I need her to be more cheerful. But we're not there yet. So I guess I can buff up her world history. I would like to be able to do like some swords or agility or whatever. It's not that much of a skill. Like I could do dance and flexibility. I could just like negate it and do conversation and public speaking and stuff anyway, because this stuff is pretty high up there. I could do one more composure that would max out her composure for most things. And we could do a little bit of maybe foreign affairs, because she seems like, although like foreign affairs history is one thing, but then the other thing is like foreign intelligence might be better, but I'm not going to get as much of a buff on that. So foreign affairs it is for the moment. And what's the other one? It's composure. All right, let's do that. So royal demeanor, composure. Go away, little bug. Shoot. And history, foreign affairs. Cool. You practice walking over smoldering coals with bare feet. As long as you keep moving steadily and do not panic and freeze or run, you're not burned. Your teacher gathers up some of the castle staff to shout insults at you. While you practice staying calm and not bursting into laughter. Your teacher instructs you to in a game of cards, teaching you bluff with a straight face. Okay. You have nothing more to learn about composure. Cool. You study the relationship in Nova and its nearest neighbours at borders, mostly peaceful in recent years, except for the problem with Vixen to the south. However, trouble may be brewing in Paris as well. Okay. So she could do with having some like world history stuff. There is a woman here to see you. She's a musician, wishes crown patronage, which means money. Your Highness, if you accept me as a member of your court, I will immortalize your world of song. I've dabbled in musical styles from many countries and can entertain your guests and lighten your evenings. Immortalize me in words. I wonder if she wrote that filthy poem. Foreign intelligence failed, but intrigue success. Musicians often use as secret agents and messengers. They can be useful and dangerous. Musician sings a lily dilly to demonstrate her skills with a lute. I will hydrate, Joel, thank you. Hold on. Oh, I just promptly spilt it. I swear. Coordination, it's like, what the fuck even is that? I gotta practice some hand-eye coordination shit. This game's like, you should grab like a ball and throw it against the wall and like try to catch it. Right? Yeah. Maybe I should start doing that shit. Welcome in, Joel. It's actually pretty good. Instrument voice failed. Okay. Just as dexterous as little misfortune. Basically, like every time misfortune fell over, I really related to that because like, obviously how much I fell over this week. Every time I moved around today, I was so scared of just falling over because I'm like, it's been another day or so. My partner stayed home today because he was really concerned because obviously I'd fallen over twice this week and I hadn't slept and stuff. And he didn't need to. I went straight to bed after I finished editing this morning and just slept till 6. But like he feels scared to go to work because of like just how much I keep falling over and shit. I want him to go to work obviously and like feel like he can like leave the house and it's fine, but it happens every so often, and I think it's because I did a foot peel. So like I've got like smooth tiles in the house, and just even the smallest amount of moisture, either my foot being sweaty or like a tiny droplet of water, like a cat sneezing on the ground would be enough, and I could slip on that. So yeah, normally I have drier, cracked feet and stuff like that from not doing a foot peel, because that happens naturally over time, right? And that gives me a bit of traction, but I don't have that right now. So, yeah. What's a welcome joke? Death by moist tiles. Please don't. I'm like, I was so worried because like I laid down and had dinner tonight, and well, I had food before stream, and I leant on my elbow and I'm like, fuck, that hurts. I'm like, I feel like I'm like one more fall away from like something snapping kind of thing. So yeah, I'm hoping, I almost said like Phoebe Chillax is, I actually woke up and said Phoebe Chillax is trying to kill me. Because like it's not far off. Like she can't kill my colony, so she's just extending beyond Rimworld and like trying to take me out. That's what she's doing. And yeah, I'm like, I was trying to like, I'm constantly on guard because I'm like, I don't know what the thing that's going to break, that's going to cost us the money is in between this time. There's always something breaks and we always have to like replace something or repair something. And I'm like, medical expenses are technically a break. So yeah, let's not have that. So yeah, I'm pretty wrecked. Everything hurts really, really badly. my shoulder and shit, obviously, where I like smashed into it. Like, that hurts a lot. But it's okay. I ordered more joint and muscle cream that I usually use that works on my osteoarthritis. And between Nick and I, we've just been like getting that applied to all the spots and stuff. So yeah, I'm trying to take care of myself. But yeah, I'm very naturally clumsy. I'm the kind of person that accidentally punches myself in the face when I'm trying to like change my pillowcases. I've done that at least like a few times when I'm trying to change a pillowcase. Not in a sense of like, oh, lining up my fist and punching myself, like trying to like get a pillow out of the case or like put one into it or something like that, and just like I slip and go smack kind of thing. So yeah. I also just walk into walls and doors and shit sometimes because I don't have the best perception of myself. I'm just like, yeah, no, I could probably make that corner. And yeah, it's fine. She actually pretty good. Accept her as a court musician. Reject her because I think she might be like in cahoots maybe. Thank you, but we're not interested. Okay, so I'm trying to make her like cheerful and shit. Oh man, what have you guys been up to? Could take away angry and make her cheerful. That would make her cheerful a lot faster. I think that would take away... Angry is a different one. It makes her not depressed or something. You take out some of your anger on frustrated, like on the animals. So angry takes away from afraid. So I can take that to afraid and I can make her more cheerful. At the moment, yielding is maxed. So, okay. So we've maxed out composure. I could do foreign affairs like all hell right now. I could do more animal stuff. I'm trying to like not do stuff with the animals. I could do more meditation and law. She's got a lot of composure. I feel like I should buff up her law, but once she hits 50, I'll have to get those two up as well. So maybe we do 2 on the history, get this up, and then we'll work on that. So we'll do double for the history first. So double history, and I want Novan and foreign affairs. I kind of actually want to do intrigue, but I don't think I can do it at the moment. Read about the history of your domain. Hundreds of years ago, Nova was center of the empire, spanning the length of the western coast as well as a few island territories. Over time, your influence has waned. 4 years ago, the Duchess of Hillis tried to form a insurgent in the North Vixen, just over Gallen River border. Not only did that fail, but in retaliation, Ixon pushed troops into southern Marie. Tumblr to the north underwent a peasant revolution shortly after you were born. The nobles either fled or were killed, and your ruler have so far refused to establish official diplomatic ties with Nova. Whilst they are not friendly, neither are enemies. At least not yet. Excuse me, not yet? Which country is that? Tumblr. Okay. Okay, just keep an eye on that Tumblr then. You receive a letter from young Lord Adair. So far as enjoying yourself with your uncle Ahmed in Mazambia. He says that trees look different. There are a lot more frogs. He looks forward to visiting the lookout fort at Shepherd's Point. You also receive an update from your agents. It would seem that the Duchess of Lilith is not pleased with your actions and is putting out feelers among the other nobles for support. If she means to rebel against you, that is treason. Unfortunately, she's not a long way away. In her own power base, calling her to order may not be easy. She's still the longer you wait, the more dangerous she may become. I want to wait for more information, but I don't want to wait too long. It's only rumors so far. If you overreact, you might wind up making your opposition stronger. Your agents will update you the situation and progress. Okie dokie. I'm just trying to like briefly blow my nose. I feel like I'm like congested or something. Let me just mute for a second. So I'm trying to make her less angry and more cheerful. Which one was that before? It was this one, right? Plus the lonely, plus the cheerful. I think the idea was we want to make her lonely. It takes away the... It's not going to take away yielding. Hold on. It only takes away pressured. So pressured's probably fine. Pressure took a lot to get. We want willful. We want her to be willful, cheerful, and afraid. Specifically. What the hell did this do to my stats send? Because I fucked that up. I fucked that up bad. I fucked that up worse than I could have possibly done it. Because these are all like max, basically. I don't want to do that. But these are like... They're basically like rubbish skills at the moment. The only one that I wouldn't be wasting is, what do you call it? The animals one and... Oh no, those are on 2. Hold on, I didn't fuck up that bag. I didn't see that. I saw that number above it. I'm like, oh yeah. Okay, so... Novin and Foreign Affairs, I guess. Yeah. Okay, let's do those because that should hit maybe 50? Close. Nova's history involves endless slew of names and dates, even as small as it became. There are 10 dukedoms, no 11 now, plus a royal line. You hope no one expects you to memorize every lineage. No individual may hold more than one dukedom, but nobles seek noble spouses, so titles often come together before being parceled out to heirs. Your father is Duke of the Colorus, and brother is Duke of Monsimbia. I'm just going to full out start butchering words. These are going places. Bryn, Duchess of Hellas, is the sister of Bannon and Duke of Marie, and so on. Aris, Duchess of Lilith, is the mother of the Duchess of Mead, the mother-in-law of the Duke of Kigal, and stepmother of future Duke Elith. People sometimes now call her Nova's Eastern Queen. Hold the fucking horse here. Alright, so Kigal is the chocolate place, right? So mother-in-law, Mead is the cousin's title, I think. And Lilith must be her... I don't know if that's her auntie. If that's her auntie, who's the other guy? He's of Marie. Bannon. Bannon's the douchebag. That's fine. That's not him. Father Duke is brother. There we go. That's it. Okay, so we sent the kid to go sit with that guy. His sister, so on and so forth. Duchess Lilith is the mother of the Duchess of Mead. Okay. That's fine. I think we managed to separate the kid from potentially all of one side of the overseas, across the water, from being united as one. So we brought the kid over here. Okay. It's fine. It's fine if nobody understood what the fuck's going on, because it is fucking intense to keep up with this shit. I got a new outfit though. Southeast licensed domain at Talus, which we have enjoyed fairly cordial relations. The center of the chief province borders the Novant Statuary at Alith. The nobles form 2 provinces have now been known to intermarry. So if the dude from the south, right, if we had have executed the chick from the south, we probably would have lost relations with Talus, so this is fine. The Lilith will not part the pre-imperial Nova domain. The western range of the Yida nomads, a faction of Yida who wish to settle offered their allegiances willingly to Nova Queen, and their chief was named Duke. Fuck's sake, why would you call a kid Duke in a game like this? Logistics and trade failed. What did I do? Staring up at the sky, sat out your window, you noticed a strange flash of light. Falling star, pretty. Divination failed. I put stats in divination. Terrible. I knew I needed that for something and it failed. Okay. So, we want her to be cheerful, afraid, and willful. So, which one gives me willful? I think Willful's outside, right? Willful and lonely. Okay, let's not die out there. You sneak out to your castle, have a little fun. Do your freedom at your father won't like it if he finds out. Okay, that should have fixed up some shit. Let's do the new outfit. What did I get? A scholar's gown. Okie dokie then. So, I wouldn't really call that a gown, but I guess outfit and gown is kind of the same thing. So we've removed a little bit of yielding. We are slowly pushing out of lonely. We've got that just slightly above neutral. Then we're slowly making her afraid and we're slowly making her cheerful. Yeah, we're going in the right direction. So we've got to keep making her afraid, cheerful, and pressured. Cool. How's this going? So now we can absolutely blast out of the water with this shit. One of these have got to be getting buffed too. Beyond that. I love how like the magic's just like, no magic for you. Okay, well, we can absolutely blast out the history on Novan and World. There's not much else I could do. So after that's buffed, I will probably have to look at changing it again. I need that to be as cheerful as possible. So, what was it? It was the first and the last one, I think, right? Yes. Okay. So, the Duchy of Sudbury currently held regency by the Countess Delic of Dis for daughter de Wenleth. Fucking hell. Who's your age? She inherited the duchy last year upon the death of her father. The last two rulers before your mother, Queen Fidela, were your grandmother, Queen Ladish, and her father, King Fulbert. Radio. You read about the 100-Year War, which left much of Borellis uninhabited and created a power vacuum which would eventually be filled by the growing power of Nova. Borellis is now mostly made up with tiny domains, containing no more than a few village-like settlements, each officially ruled over by Ashamic Lemons. They have a few resources and live primarily from the sea. You have read a brief history of the rise and fall of Novan Empire. They were at a time where it seemed likely that Nova would grow to cover the entire world, but it all came apart. Okay. Beautiful day. So she even got more cheerful then. It's nice to stop and breathe sometimes. What was it? More cheerful. I want to make her afraid. Not depressed. We want her to be happy. How does that remove cheerful? It used to remove depression. I didn't realize these change over time. Only afraid. That would do afraid. That would also get rid of pressured, I think. Maybe. The yielding and afraid. Yeah, we need that one. Back to the castle dungeons, catching glimpses here and there at your fate that awaits troublemakers in the kingdom. Even nobles can end up here sometimes. It's a good reminder to stay on the straight and narrow. So, well, that changed some things. Okay, she's a bit afraid. She's very cheerful. She's borderline almost mostly cheerful. If I could just get her to be a little bit more willful, that would be so great. So, what'd you get with that? You got a lot of history. I think she's got plenty enough history. I'd love to have done this with intrigue, honestly. She's still alive, so, I mean, we're not doing too bad. I think, spec-wise, I think I'm doing shit, because I'm trying to get conversation and shit up. I do think that, like, you can kind of make it through here just by that stuff. I could put into economics. Like, this is going to buff out and it'll be done in, like, 1 or 2 more hits. But, I apparently can't do dividation stuff. Like, I can't perceive stuff, it seems. So, what do I want to do? Got so much lore and world history. Why not just fucking finish that? Do Novan and foreign affairs, and I'll try to get her as cheerful as possible. Try to get that up. What is it we want? We want cheerful, afraid, and willful, specifically. Okay, so we want these two. About 60 years ago, the Duchess of Merva died with no close heirs, and King Philbert claimed the lands of keeping the crown. After your mother took the throne, she recreated the duchy and made her brother, your uncle, its duke. About 200 years ago, a great black cloud formed over Nova, bringing cold and sickness. The sun could not shine, and the air was gritty and foul-smelling. Many people died, including the Queen at the time. Most of the people in high nobility before the cloud finally dissipated. Until about 600 years ago, the capital of Nova was on the shores of Catherine Lake. The southern Chloris, after that, became uninhabitable. A new capital was built here on Lempisy Island. It was the chaos of that period which triggered the eventual collapse of the empire. Okay. Because of Lillian's, the descendants from the Ferns cast out, who were officially shunned, and yet nomads do not acknowledge that Lilith even exists. They treat her western border as an invisible wall and Novan emissaries as travelers from a possibly distant land. Over the mountains to the northeast lies a desert of the pirates tribes, who are traditionally hostile to Nova, but too lacking in resources to mount a credible threat. Small groups of pirate raiders are sometimes found in Kegel and Sudbury. The domain of Turk, far to the south, was warred with Ixon on and off for centuries, even when both parties of Nova Empire, your grandmother, assisted Ixon in putting down the last disagreements 32 years ago. Okay. Hi lady, there is a letter for you. Another letter from Barony. Why does she keep writing me? We were never even friends. She says she's bored and lonely, and she's looking forward to seeing me at Gwendolyn's party. That's right, Gwendolyn is about to turn 15. She'll be the Duchess of Sudbury for real now. This other letter must be my invitation to her birthday celebration next week. Gwendolyn and I are friends at school, and this will be a big event. Sorry, I had to yawn. But it's also a long way to travel. A lot of things can happen on the road. Send your regrets. I'd better stay here. So we need her to become willful and cheerful and lonely, I think. No, afraid. Where is one that gives me willful? There. Willful and lonely. See how the castle, a little freedom. Alright, so what is lonely doing? It's this one. Okay, so it's getting that away from pressured as well. She's pretty much cheerful as a positive now. So yeah, we could do conversation stuff now and athletics and shit too. Okay, so time for her history is past. That one's past, basically. I want conversation like public speaking, court manners, and flattery and shit. And some like running and or agility or something, basically. I want to get her about as cheerful as we can get. So I think it doesn't matter which one I do with this. So I guess public speaking and court manners and stuff might be good. Conversations. So let's do public speaking first. I should have done flattery. It's fine. Your practice tongue twister sentences or sequences of syllables improve your enunciation. You take deep breaths and practice speaking loudly and clearly, projecting your voice every corner of the room. You memorize lists and sonnets and recite them for your teacher, any castle staff she can, round up to service and audience. Sigh. All the friends at Gwendolyn's party and I don't get to go. Oh, I'm getting such a case of yawns. I sent Gwendolyn's letter saying that I couldn't come, but it was her mother, the Countess, who replied. I think she's insulted that I didn't consider the event important enough to attend. That's fair. That would be more willful, more lonely. I want her to go up on cheerful. That one. Fresh air helps you forget your burdens and your shoulders. Okay, so now she's hella cheerful. Yep, primarily cheerful. Which has boosted that. And it's even boosted a couple of these a little bit. Not much. What else has it done? Okay, this will do. We'll get some public speaking and court manners and shit up. So, court manners, flattery. Actually, let's just double down on flattery from the get-go here, because I feel like that's something that can, like, get her through some shit.